The ancient stone buildings of Blackwood Mill crouched beside a murky pond, their jagged silhouettes devouring the last pale threads of twilight. Moss blanketed their crumbling walls, and the still, ink-dark water mirrored only a suffocating void. This place, forgotten for decades, was where my nightmares began, or perhaps where they never ended. Every groan of timber, every faint ripple across the stagnant pond felt like the held breath of something watching. I stood at the edge, the cold moisture clinging to my skin. The air thick with invisible eyes. Just beyond the mill stood the old chapel. As children, Ethan and I had played there, carving our initials into the wooden pews, daring each other to explore its hollow silence. Now, it felt like a mausoleum. The windows were shattered, black holes staring into a moonless void. A single lantern flickered inside, its trembling light dancing across the broken floor and casting shadows that writhed like tortured souls. I hadn't come back for peace. I came because I had to. My brother, Ethan, vanished from this place exactly 1 year ago. No answers, no remains, just silence and a gnawing grief. The authorities had given up quickly, but I hadn't. I knew, deep in the marrow of my bones, that something evil lingered here. Something that had taken him. I approached, heart pounding, and pushed the heavy door. It groaned open, the sound sharp and jarring in the stillness. "Ethan?" My voice came out a whisper, quickly devoured by the gloom. Inside, the air was thick with the scent of damp earth, and something metallic, like rust or old blood. My flashlight sliced through the darkness, landing on a crude drawing scrawled across the stone floor. A stick figure with wide, terrified eyes stood encircled by strange, looping symbols. It was recent. This wasn't one of our doodles. This was a warning. Panic crept in. I fled the chapel, climbed on my motorcycle, and sped toward the isolated road that led back to town. The trees loomed on either side like black sentinels, their branches clawing toward me. My headlight pierced only a sliver of the oppressive dark. The forest pressed in, suffocating and still. No wind, no insects, no sound. Just that crushing silence that whispered something ancient had awoken. Then I saw him. A figure emerged from the fog just ahead. Tall, still, his arm raised as if beckoning. He didn't move, didn't blink. His presence was wrong, like a smear in reality. My grip tightened on the handlebars, white-knuckled. Every nerve in my body screamed to turn around, to flee. But my body wouldn't listen. I was frozen, spellbound by the sheer weight of fear. The mist parted under the beam of my headlight, revealing his face. His eyes, twin pinpricks of light, glowed with an unnatural, predatory hunger. They weren't human. They were ancient. Then came the voice, deep, grating, like stone grinding against stone. You sought him. Now you join him. A blinding orange flash. Heat, smoke, screams. I remember little after that. When I came to, the world was burning. The mill was ablaze, its black skeleton engulfed in roaring fire. Orange light painted the sky, and sirens wailed in the distance. Disoriented, coughing, I panicked to call for firefighters, choking out my location. 15 minutes later, firefighters arrived. their expressions grim as they fought the inferno. Flames twisted high into the night, consuming everything. The mill, the chapel, the shadows, and perhaps the truth. I watched from the grass, weak and shaking, as the fire devoured my last connection to Ethan. I tried to rise, but my legs failed. My body hurt, but my soul ached worse. By dawn, all that remained was ash and ruin. The smell of scorched wood and something darker clung to the morning air. I sat numb, hollowed by loss, watching as the last embers died. One of the firefighters approached. Soot stained his face. He carried something in his hand. "We found this," he said softly, extending it toward me. "Near where you were." A small, charred object. A locket. Ethan's. My throat tightened. Tears blurred my vision. He found it. He found him. The firefighter gave a somber nod. "We also found remains. We're working to identify them, but it looks like..." He trailed off. He didn't need to finish. I already knew. Ethan was gone. Not missing. Not lost. Gone. The mill had claimed him and then erased itself, sealing whatever evil it harbored beneath flame and ruin. The fire, I realized, wasn't just destruction. It was the story's final chapter, a brutal ending to a tale I never wanted to finish. All that remained were ashes, grief, and the haunting certainty that something in those woods had watched and waited, and might still be waiting.